Hi, it's Misha Daniel from Innovative Learning, and I'm going to talk to you today about getting into your website and getting that content up to date and relevant the way we're supposed to. This is just a little refresher on how to do a few things within the website. So the first thing you need to do, go to YISD.net and log in using your credentials. Now, of course, the password right now is a different password. That credential password will take over very, very soon. So I've already logged in, and I'm going to go down here to where it says My Account, and I'm going to go to Site Manager. Now, when I get into Site Manager, I have a little more access. So I'm at the Isleta page, but I actually want to go to a site page. So I'm just going to pick a campus here. We're going to pick, we'll pick Eastwood Heights. Okay, so this should look familiar. You've got your home page and you've got your calendar. Now, to change things on your home page, of course, you click Home Page. And each one of these little areas here is an app. And you actually have to click into the app in order to edit it. So if I want to edit my Points of Pride, I hover over it till I see a little pencil, and then I click. And now I will have access to what's within the page, and I can actually make changes here. I can add pictures, the whole thing. We won't go into all of that, but that's how you edit the apps. Okay, I'll show you one more time. I'm going to go into the home page, and I'll click into announcements this time. And if I wanted to create a new announcement, I click New Announcement, I add my content, and make sure I hit Save. Okay, so I'm going to go back out here to Home. What if I want to add another part of a web page? What if I want to add a page to, say, the student channel? So I'm going to click on Students. And right now, there are 4 sections in Students here. We have Health and Nutrition and all these other ones. If I want to add another section, it's very simple. I just go right up here where it says New Section, and I click and I add the new section. Click. I add the section name, menu name, and you want to make sure this is a blank section. That's one of the most important things when you're adding a section. You don't have to add any of this other information, but you do want to make sure that it is a blank. You give it a section name, and you also give it a menu name. Okay, and then you click Save. Okay, just because you've added a section does not mean that you have any content in there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go in here under Safety and Content, because I think somebody has done a little bit of work in here. And you'll see that there's a page called Student Handbook. If I wanted to add another page, say something on online safety or something else that was just relevant for my campus, I click New Page up here. It's a green button, and then that page will appear. Now again, that page will not show up on my website unless I have content in it. And adding content is a little bit different than what we did on the main page. So I'm going to go ahead and click in here in the Student Handbook page and just kind of show you what I mean. The webmaster at this campus, they actually created a couple of apps that they put in here already. Okay, so right here, that she's got a Student Handbook app right here. If she wanted to add another app to this, to add some other content to it, Manage Apps and Layout, and then we're going to add an app. And I always suggest use a content app unless you actually know what some of these other apps do. So we'll scroll down to Content App. Okay. And then what's going to happen is it's going to list all of the content apps that we have access to for this particular type of page. Now you'll see there's bus routes and all these. These are already shared. Well, I only want it to pertain to my campus. Since it's only going to pertain to my campus, it means I should create the app. So I would click on Create New App, and then from there, I want to use the acronym of my school and underscore and the type of app that it is. So if this is going to be for maybe a student handbook, it would be, EHES underscore student handbook. Or if it's for online safety, EHES underscore online safety. So that way, everybody else who's looking at these apps will know that this one belongs to me if they can see it. Once you create that app, then of course you create new, you're going to click Save. I'm not going to do it because this isn't my real website right now. Once you have the app in here, you're going to click right here in this blue area that says I'm done. If you don't do that, you won't be able to edit the app. So now what you can do is you can hover over that particular app. It'll turn black just like it does on the home page, and I'll be able to go in and edit it the way that I want to and add content to it. That is how you add content. You can add that content to students and to parents, although you're not required to put anything in there. You can add stuff to staff in the same way. Make sure you're adding sections, and then you're adding pages. Pages live within the sections, and the sections live within the channels. And if you don't have anything on the page will not show. Okay. There have been a couple of questions about the home page that I'd like to go back to, and I want to make sure I address them. When you're on the home page, it'll let me go back to the home page here. There we go. I had a couple of questions about the announcements. And the announcements are, the latest news. Then those appear at the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click in here. For the latest news, of course, you're going to click New Headline. And when you do that, this little menu is going to come up. And right here it says Accent Image Optional. I'm going to tell you that's not true. If you don't have an image in there, it won't show. So you need to make sure you have a headline title. You don't have to have a teaser. You don't have to have that part. That part is optional right here where it says teaser. But you do need to have a headline title. You need to have your accent image. And your image needs to be a certain width and height. And I want to say 118 by 130, but I may be wrong about that. And you also may want to have a start date and an end date. And again, that way it's going to help you to stay on track. So when you're talking about the Halloween costume contest and we're in January and it's still up there. So that way the Halloween costume contest can maybe start on October 18th and then go through the 31st. And then when November 1st hits, it will go away. You might want to do something like that. So have a start date and an end date. And of course, you do want to make sure that you are saving each and every time that you see the save. Because if you don't, then you've done all that work and you go to find it and you can't see it. Okay. So we're going to pretend that I saved it. And if you want to view the site, of course, up at the top in the black area, it says view website, and it's going to show you your main page, and you'll be able to actually go in and view what you've done. Okay. What about the calendar? How's the calendar different than what's on the home page? Well, let me show you. If I go back to my little home here and I click on calendar, you'll see that a lot of this stuff has already been populated by Central. I see some stuff that Central has put in here, and there might be some stuff that my campus has already been put in here. If you do have a new event, of course, you're going to click New Event. And you're going to need to have the start date. Now, I will say something about the start date and the end date. When I was at a campus and I was helping someone, the date was kind of, you've really got to watch it, because if you click on it just the wrong way, it's going to shift. So make sure that the date is the actual date that you want it to start on, and that you have the end date, the actual end date that you want it to start on. Because we had somebody who put in, 8/24, but it was 2015 and couldn't figure out why it wasn't showing up anymore. Well, that's because the date's already passed, and it wouldn't allow us to create the event. So double check to make sure that the date is right. What time do you want it to start? What time do you want it to end? And what date do you want it to end? And then, of course, you're going to add your content in here of what is going on that particular day. And there's the save at the bottom. Don't forget the save. If you have any other questions, you can always give me a call. My extension is 40688, and I'd be happy to come out and help you with your webpage to make sure that they're getting up to date. And if you forgot any of this information, you can watch this video again. I hope this has been helpful for you. Have a great day, and happy webmastering.